Hey guys! Welcome back to another Keep related video. Today, we'll be modding up the Tecware Veil87 real quick. If you haven't watched my unboxing and hands-on video yet, I encourage you to do so, as I highlighted there my main reasons why it's still my daily driver. But for now, I think it's time to modify this keyboard a bit and make this video guide for those of you who own this board as well. The stock board already sounded nice from the get-go. The pre-loop stabs, silicone infill, and the steel plate contributed a lot with the sound of the board, but I believe we can help it sound the best with just some simple mods. I'll first disassemble it by removing the tie-how keycaps from the board. I then remove the Tecware Pearl Purple switches from the PCB. They are like tactiles with a muted sound profile, and we'll lube it later to remove the lipping I hear on certain switches. After removing all the switches, I then proceeded by removing the stabs from the board, as well as the top case, which is held on by clips on all sides of the board. I recommend you to use a card or any thin object to pry open the board, as it's fitted tightly in the case. Once done, I then remove the plate from the bottom case by unscrewing the screws planked on top of the steel plate. Gently remove the JST cable for the daughter board, and your plate and PCB is now free. For this build, I'll only be doing 2 layers of tape mod on the back, and not the PE foam mod, as I want to preserve the sound of the pearl purple switches. But in case you want to put the PE foam on the board, just unscrew the standoffs located on the back of the PCB. Screwing those back in, I added 2 layers of masking tape to the back of the PCB, making sure that the IC is not covered up. Then, I screwed it all back in. Back to the stabs. As the stem and housings were already pre-lubed, I decided to just wipe the wires clean, and added some Zion stab lube, which I won from Sans Mech Meetup. Anyways, these are thicker than Permatex, and should help remove any ticking or rattling we hear when we press the modifier keys. And lastly, the switches. I've decided to lube them one by one as I grew fond of the typing feel of the Tecware Pearl Purple switches. I brushed the switch bottom, spring, and stem, excluding the rails. This is with Crytox 205G0, also from Zion Studios PH. And I did this 86 more times. Admittedly, it took me a while to finish this, but it turned out to be a great sounding board in the end. For the finishing touches, the keycaps. Just to change it up a bit, I added some Yonkyo SA keycaps in the Dolce Green colorway. And here is the modded Tecware Veil87. In conclusion, the board now sounds more muted and deep sounding compared to before. The scratch and ping of the pearl purple switches are now gone, and the smoothness, even though they are tactiles, were greatly improved as well. The SA keycaps also helped the sound department with its taller profile compared to Cherry. Just to reiterate in the review, I daily use this board as it gives me the baseline for a great budget mechanical keyboard. Plus, the switches are so nice to use. If you're looking for a budget TKL, this surely is a nice grab for the price. This will be my daily driver until the day I get my hands on of the Tiger 80 Lite. We shall see, but for now, that's been it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.